Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So I let my greenhouse run overnight, and I got way more produce out of it than I did waiting all day. So I don't know. So I'm going to say about $3,000 to $4,000 a day, including the overnight. Because if we come back at the end of today, we should have another $1,500 in there, and there's definitely at least $2,000 worth, $1,500 worth on my trailer. I'm saying $3,000 to $4,000 somewhere. So I'm not going to deliver the trailer till after we're done with this long, painful day that's ahead of us. We're basically going to be harvesting this crop. We're going to be delivering this crop. We're going to be cultivating that field and then de-rocking all of our fields. And then we're going to be hopefully, I don't think we can plant anything. Let's take a look real quick here at the calendar. But I'm thinking, yeah, we've missed planting season for everything but grass, and we're not doing grass, so we'll have to plant next year. That's okay. We might do some money crops then if that's the case. I don't have anything to bale with, so it might be better to do the oil mill, like that route. There, see all this stuff? This is all the produce I pulled out. Well, I woke up this morning after going to bed about 5 o'clock last night, and this was all ready. Look at all that. That is a ton of produce, man. And we got more. I'm just going to keep loading the trailer up as high as I can load it at the end of the day, and then we'll sell it and do more. But, yeah. So here it is, the field. Which way does this one run? It runs that way, so we're actually going to... Nope. We're going to pull this over here. And this is our biggest field, and it is full of product. Wheat? Produit? No, it's not our biggest field. 41's our biggest field. All right, so we'll leave that running so we can see. And we're going to grab the Roslamash, our little mini harvester, a good friend of ours. Oh my gosh, I can't see anything. It's so dark. Probably would have helped if I would have closed those doors. Once again, I do not expect our yield to be spectacular. Obviously, the previous farmer did not do a good job caring for his fields. But we will. Since we're going to subsoil, I don't think we're going to need to do the stubble. But man, it's hard to see what we're doing. Yikes. It was a dark and rainy harvest. All right, so I'm going to get some speed footage for you. I'm not going to show you the whole harvest, but we'll get some cool footage. And then we'll be back once we're done. See you in just a minute. This yield is going to be so miserable. I got the field halfway done almost, and we've only got 2,000 liters. It's like, well, maybe there's more than half. I don't know. No, this is a lot more than I thought it was. I'm just trying to. I mean, I'd be shocked if we filled this thing up twice. It's not great. All right, well, whatever. It is what it is. I knew this wasn't going to be our bumper crop anyway for this one next year. These crops needed better care, and they didn't get it. So partly my fault, but definitely the previous owner's fault. I'm going to blame it all on him. All right, guys. See you in a few minutes. I've made up my mind. I'm keeping my baby. No, that's not what I was going to say. What I was going to say, before I rudely interrupted myself, is that, yeah, I don't remember. Oh. I'm just going to keep those soybeans in the trailer until August, because we're not going to have any other crops going in there until like October. And the best sell time for soybeans is in August. That's when they peak. So I just want to hold on to them. There's no point in selling them now because they're only going to bring us, you know, a couple $1,000, whereas they could bring us, you know, 3 times as much next summer. So I'm just going to hold on to them because there's no reason to do anything else. But I think probably for next year, I don't know. I guess we'll just see where we are financially. Once again, I hope the greenhouse thing helps. But I feel like if we can maybe make it one more year, we'll get to the point where we can we'll continue to do fertilizing contracts and try to make money that way. But, you know, I'd like to buy an oil mill. We could put it on the property here. I don't think there is an oil mill on this thing. And we could just supply it with our soybean or our with canola oil. And we'll produce canola oil and make some money doing that. It's hard because you have to put so much money into it to get the money out of it. That's the tough thing. But we have, aside from the planter, we have pretty much everything we need. We'll just continue to rent the hardware for the planting and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, we're doing it. We're gonna rock. It might take us a couple years to get established, but we'll get there. I'm confident that our little hobby farm will be enough. I would say before we buy the mill, we probably want to get another field or 2 involved, but we'll see. We shall see. All right, see you in a couple minutes. All right, so I'm pulling up here to empty this guy out, and we are done with the harvest. I'm going to say about 7,000 liters of crop. Not much. Not very good. But it's better than nothing, honey. So I might do another couple turns of soybeans. We'll just sell them late, and each year might get a second tipper. We'll see. I'm not going to make enough to do anything. Kind of need a silo here. We could buy tippers. The silos are so expensive. That's the one problem that I got. Even a small silo, I think they're. Let's take a look real quick here in the money department. Wrong button. So we go here to construction, and we go to silos. Yeah, I mean, we're talking. The Meriden one is, I don't even know what that does. You also need an auger and a conveyor for this silo, which we don't have. I don't know if that, like from the shop, if that's what you need. Like maybe you dump it into the top and it comes out the bottom. That'd be kind of cool, actually, to make your own. Look at this, $1 million. That's a nice setup, though. But yeah, I mean, we're starting at, for the smallest Unia, it's $217,000. So you might be better off just buying a couple tippers and storing stuff in there. I don't know. I don't know. Tipper's only $20,000. But then again, the ones that we have right now are open top, so that's not going to do us any good. We need a closed top tipper. Closed top tipper. All right, so Farmer Joe's going to get some breakfast here, and I'm gonna have some breakfast and then let the sun come up a little bit more so I can see what I'm. Actually, I could probably start ripping with the sun down. We need to put lime down too. So I think the way it's going to do is I'm going to rip that field. We're going to put lime on all the fields, and then we will rent the rock remover, and we'll remove the rocks. And that should be our pattern for the day. And I think for now we'll just dump the rocks somewhere on the property. You can sell them to the crusher, but now that my tipper's full, I ain't got nowhere to put them. So I'm going to wait for the sun to come up a little bit more. I'll see you guys in just a little bit. But the field is done. Oh, you know, the other thing we need to do is we need to run up to the shop with our tractor. Dang it. And get the heavy tires back on. So I'm going to go do that. I'll be back. All right, I'm rolling with them big arse tires. So I'm going to get this going. Look at all those weeds on the other field, man. They're ploppy and sloppy. It's good to get rid of them, though. We'll kill them. We'll kill them all. All right, so I'm going to get this done, guys. I mean, you've seen me do this before. We're going to get the whole field done. I'll give you a cool clip, and then we'll be on to the next portion of the video. But that tractor looks pretty beefy with them giant tires.
Sometimes I believe that your smile makes the sun shine, and that when you laugh, the sky turns a brighter shade of blue, a brighter shade of blue. Yeah.
Shh. Don't tell anyone. Okay, I leased it. I'm going to use it during the day whilst our hired worker is feverishly at work prepping the fields, because I really honestly don't feel like pulling rocks on 10 fields. I'm going to use this opportunity to take some of our product to market, and I will use this Zeta tractor to do it. We'll see if it can do it. I'm interested to see if this thing can pull that trailer up the hill. But this gives us a little break from the tedium of field work. Once again, the worker is doing a great job, and probably pretty soon going to be done, actually. She's flying there, so you can see her. Yeah, she's about halfway done with the field. You can see her up there in the distance. It's back! And I'm going to use the crap out of it, because it's cute. I love this tractor. It's wonderful. I have such a bad... I cannot do French accents. I'm sorry. I love this tractor. This is not a fake French accent at all, monsieur. I hope I did not offend you. Comment allez-vous? Comment allez-vous? Comment ça va? Ça va bien. That's all the things I know from French class. All right, I'm going to see first before we take off. Oh, look. I must have forgot to turn that off. There's another whole thing of tomatoes. I want to see what we got left in the warehouse for our greenhouse. This should be Arthur, you numbnut. All right, so this one we want this to be change output mode to distributing. I thought I changed all that, but apparently not. Change output mode to storing. Storing. Distributing. Okay. And then in this greenhouse, I must have forgotten to change these back. And distributing. There we go. There we go. So let's check. Once again, both greenhouses are 100% distributors of the product. And I need to check on my dogs because I hear them flipping something around that they shouldn't be. So I'll load this produce on the front, and then I shall return victorious from the greenhouses. Oh, close the roads. Yeah, I'll stop, I promise. Probably should put the wooden crates of strawberries on top of the soft cardboard boxes of the tomatoes. But anyway. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's it. Frig's sake. That's probably a permanent resident now. That's what I was talking about. So that sucks. When that gets flipped up in the air like that, it never will come out again. And there's really no way to get rid of them. Come on, you can do it. So we're going to have to come back, and I'm going to have to figure out a way to remove that. This poor tractor. It's like, oh, God. Oh, I don't know. Look at how much it's leaning. We're gonna blow a tire. Hang on, let's try this again. Oh, no. Even on a rent, it's useless. Oh, that changed it a little bit. The problem is we're steering with air. I don't know if you've ever seen these guys in India that do this with their tractors. Oh, what good is it? What good is it? It's not any good. It would make a true survival series to start with one of these like that. The funny thing is the one tire still sunk in, so for some reason I can still steer. There we go. Now we're underway. That's looking more like it. We are never going to make it up the hill, but we can try. We certainly can try. These roads all go the wrong way. Oh, well, what are you going to do? The engine's actually torquing the frame around. Does this thing have hazards? We probably should turn those on, yep. I don't know. I think in real life, well, there's a lot of produce. I mean, in all honesty, this is pretty overloaded. Somehow I don't see this making it up the mountain. Oh, shoot. Well, the good news is it was only like $400 to rent, so I thought for sure this would be able to make it with this small little, tiny little trailer. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. I can't steer it all, but we got power. Well, no, we can steer a little bit. Oh, now the other tire sank in. But that's to our benefit. Oh, God. Okay, I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry, those of you behind us. Let's get this thing over to the side of the road here. We've got it broken down. Man, this thing really is completely worthless. Okay, back to the shop. It was a beautiful day for an outdoor tractor, but not quite so beautiful as you thought. Okay, I'll be back. Dang it. So I will take my stupid ideas and I'll keep them to myself. I'm going to have to fill out a letter to my teacher. Dear teacher, I promise that I will not ever attempt to do that kind of stupid thing again. Zedders are not for trailers. They're for pulling boats. What do you do with that tractor? I mean, I don't think there's anything it can. It's cute, but there's really nothing you can do with it as of yet. There will be, as you know, with Farm Sim, there will be all these modders that come out, like Kyle said, in the mod hub with like, we're going to have like 400 3-meter plows because that's what we always get with Farm Sim. There's always somebody that comes out with like a 3-meter plows and 3-meter cultivators, so they're coming. 2-meter cultivators. So the hope is I can get underneath that container with some forks, but I don't think I'll be able to. I've dealt with it before. I've never, ever, ever been able to get them out. So we'll try to get those strawberries out. We'll go rescue that trailer. We'll take this back to the shop, and we'll get the lime spreader and maybe like 5 bags of lime or more. And we'll spread some on. Actually, I think I have lime here already. Don't I? Or no, maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. I don't know. All I know is now I got a freaking stupid pallet stuck in the ground, which is exactly what I was talking about. When they launch like that, I don't know how to stop it. Maybe if you can get under it before it lands, like try to catch it. I don't know. I don't know what else you would do. The hope is it doesn't land flat, but if it lands flat, it goes right into the ground and you'll never get it out. Grr. So that's glorious. Our worker helped us tremendously. I really hate doing I can't handle those plowing jobs. So let's try to get that pallet out, and then we're going to, I can return that to the shop actually. So subsoiler is done. We're going to just return it. Yep. Thank you for the use. That was great. Moneyman Will, thank you for the follow. He's never going to hear that. But there you go. Famous shout out. That's how you do it. It's all luck. I haven't had people ask me in years for shout outs. Thank God. Please don't, because I won't. I just stopped doing it. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I've got like 50 people that want shout outs, and no. No. We don't do that on this channel. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab this thing as best we can. Blink. And that's it. We've reached the Rock of Gibraltar. It will not move. Yeah, I don't know what you do with that. It's pretty much stuck. People say if you load out and load back in again, but that's never worked either. They just seem to be stuck forever. That's the one annoying thing about pallets. Whoa! This is sometimes squeezing them from the outside with the forks can make them happen. So let's try that maneuver. As we're wasting precious daylight. It's okay though. I think we're way ahead of schedule, to be honest with you. Since I can't plant anyway, it doesn't really matter. I have the rest of the winter to get the fields turned around, so we're no longer in a hurry to get them all done today. Oh, it almost worked. It worked! Oh, thank you, YouTuber, whoever it was that gave me that hint. I don't remember, but sweet. Okay, I'm going to drop that there. Let's go get our trailer and take it to the produce store. That worked. All right, so what I did was I went around the outside, opened the forks up all the way, and then closed them on it, and then tried to lift it, and it popped it out. And somebody else had suggested that. So look at those awesome work tires. This tractor looks awesome with those big freaking tires. Now, once again, I would suggest now that we can't do that now because we really need the income. But if you can start, like if you get to the point where you have a decent amount of money, you're almost better filling your storehouse or your greenhouse all the way up and then emptying it like when the prices are the highest on your products. Because then you don't have to worry about, you'll be able to get a much higher price for them. You just store them until it's time to get them. But I think the greenhouse will fill up in a couple days' time, so that could a couple months' time. So it depends on how it all plays out. You anal retentive butt kiss jerk. All right, so we're making our way along the Somme. No, that's is that in Germany? I don't know. We're making our way up to the big warehouse at the top of the mountain to sell all these vegetables, and we'll pick it up from there. But I'm going to head up there, and I will see you guys once I get up to the top. We'll see how this sells, and we'll go from there. I don't know what I was thinking with that Zetter. This tractor can barely make it up the hill with this trailer. This thing's got almost 200 horsepower. The poor little Zetter. It's like desperately trying to climb this hill. It couldn't even make it on flat ground. There was no way it was going to make it up this hill. That's one of the new things with the weight. Back in Farm Sim 19, you could have done anything with any tractor. Weight didn't really seem to matter, except for on sale price. But, did I go up the wrong road? Of course I did. There's Le Jardin. We're going to have to go down this hill here. That was a really steep hill. Well, that's why I went up. But still, it's a pretty steep hill. So, I don't know. It looks like there's a forest on this map right there. You can maybe buy that and chop some trees down if you wanted. All right, let's sell off this produce. The next step is to put lime down, and then we'll put we'll rock pick, and that'll kill the weeds for one round. But we'll probably have to rent a weeder. But that's one of the reasons why I'm here right now selling these, is we need a little bit more income. I want to kind of replenish the money that I've made. I've lost renting equipment, because we're probably gonna have thousands of dollars of rental equipment to do. So. Set it down so that it unloads faster. There we go. That wasn't too bad. $2,000 pallet tray right there, and we'll have more by evening. So about $4,000 a day under I don't know what I'm trying to say. $4,000 a day under normal conditions is what I was getting at. So all right, I'm gonna head to the shop. I'll see you guys when I get there in just a moment. It'll be like no time passed at all for you. So it's been an overnight in real life, and we kind of had an overnight here too, but there are a couple things that we can do to remedy our situation financially. First of all, I've heard rumor that there are hidden around the map a bunch of items that are worth a lot of money. I guess there was a game developer here who went crazy and left cartridges all over the map. So if we find those, they're worth a lot of money because they're a game that's highly sought after and very rare. A bunch of different games from the same developer, and they're the originals, and so they're worth a lot of money. If I can get the whole collection, then I can make a bonus. So that's one way we can make some money. I'm a little bit loath to do that because, I don't know, I feel like some of the challenge will be gone, but it would be kind of fun to look for some of those. And I may even, I don't know if we want to do like a long special edition. That way, for those of you that want to watch the treasure hunt, you can watch it. For those of you that want to skip the treasure hunt, you can skip it. So maybe that's what I'll do. Another thing that some of the locals have told me, nods to commenters, apparently you're better off on this game with the greenhouses, honestly, lettuce is the best one to do. People are saying that they've done testing. Lettuce always pans out to be the highest sell. And since they produce slower, it's easier to manage the pallets. So I might switch our greenhouses over to all lettuce. And we'll just produce lettuce daily, and we'll store it and then sell it by hand. If we can try to, obviously there's going to be seasons where it's worth more, but I think right now I still need the income from the lettuce on a daily or every other day basis to keep the farm running. But because we're spending about $4,000 a night just to survive. I think the other big, I guess it's not really a trick, but the other big thing we need to keep in mind, and once again, I haven't sold the sorghum for that reason. For our crops, we really need to sell them in season. And because of that, that Kloss trailer probably is not the best thing for us because it doesn't have a lid. And so the crops will get ruined in there. So eventually, maybe next year or whenever we have the income, we should probably sell that and buy a tipper that has a closed top. But in the meantime, let's take a look here at these, and I'm going to see if I can. I'm just going to change these all over to lettuce. Maybe it's stupid. We'll see what happens. I mean, we're going to try it and see what happens. So 100% lettuce production. And for all the other things, since we have a little bit left, we're going to change it to selling, storing, selling. Okay. And the same thing with this greenhouse. Selling, storing, selling. There we go. And that should fix us up. So let's just make sure we got everything said right. Yep. Okay. So from now on, we're just going to produce lettuce. Oops. And a couple remaining strawberries. Because they said strawberries are valuable too, but you know what the point is? I just want to do whatever is the most valuable. And strawberries, unfortunately, because they're small, they make pallets nonstop all the time. That will never do. So now we need to move into rental mode and start getting our fields prepped for the next set of crops. I've also had information from local farmers that it's not really worth doing the rock machine, that you're better off just doing the roller. And since we're renting equipment, I don't worry too much about damage. I'm more concerned about just getting the fields done. So the rollers will push the little rocks back under, and we don't have to worry about the big rocks. So, hold on one second, folks. I'm getting a phone call. Sorry about that. I got a phone call. That was Mr. Micah. So I am, we're going to have a couple minutes past. I think I'm going to skip the search right now for the video game cartridges in the area because I really want to kind of, wasn't the idea to play on hardcore, so we're going to do that. Don't worry about finding free money. So here we already have lettuce coming out. I'll wait till those fill up and we'll take it up. But in the meantime, we've been running for about 45 minutes, so it's time to kind of move on to the next episode. So ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this episode as we did a bunch of field work and got some money brought in. We're not broke anymore, so that's good. And then we'll be selling all this stuff. And so... yeah, life will be good here. But I think that we need to get the fields turned in the next episode, so we'll do that, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, have a great night. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time on Farm Sim 22.